so much.
Okay.
Right, top, yeah. Thank you. Follow the signs to baggage claim. Travel aiders are handy, get you through the airport nice and quickly. Specialised plastic surgery. Those photographs looked interesting. Continuing on to baggage claim. Alright, back to the Happy Moments toilet. Need to turn the camera off before we go in. Looking up here, you can now have a look at which flights are departing if you've got a connecting flight. And check out which gates you're going to. Airport information counters there, should you need any information on the airport. They're the information counters. We've got more travel aiders. This time we've got a very nice green at the front and a red there. That actually should be there, and it should be in really bold letters. It's easy to miss. You can actually walk up the wrong way, potentially cause yourself an injury if you're sort of looking around and just connecting from one travel aider to another. There are locations in the airport where the travel aiders will go in one direction and then all of a sudden change directions. I think the purpose is to help people going in either direction, but they only have room for one travel aider. So you need to be cautious, because you can walk off one travel aider and straight onto another one going in the wrong direction and potentially fall over, right? So make sure you know which way the travel aider is going before you get on it, or attempt to get on it, I should say. It's not always visible because these things slow right down. Sometimes they come to a complete stop and they have a trigger. You know, as a person walks on, they break a beam, that type of thing. Looking sign there, baggage claim 50 metres that way. So we are going that way, following the crowd. At this stage, I have Wi-Fi in the airport. Okay, now we look at the screens relevant to the baggage claim. There's one over there and there's one over here. So one close to me, I can see people walking over to the 102 sign in the distance, flight 102. But I think I just want to show this particular screen, and you can see the arrival time, the airline, where it's come from, the flight number, what time it arrives, and the belt number. I've just come on flight 102, which is the third one down from the top, and you can see that I'm on belt number 2. Locate the belts, I can see 1 to 3, and on the left hand side I can see 4, so 1 to 3 over this way, and I will go to belt number 2. Grab myself a trolley along the way. Nice to see the trolleys positioned around the carousels for the customers, for the travellers. Put my backpack down here, and away I go around here. The bags come off one end of the baggage carousel. They come off this end. All these people that are standing up the other end are waiting for the bags to come off this end and then come up to them. They're wasting their time. Come up to this end where they come off, because you're actually going to be exiting over here. So you might as well wait down here. Now once they see me down here, they'll start moving down here as well. You watch. Okay, baggage services are over in the corner there if you need anything, or you've got extra large baggage or some other conditional baggage situation. Now I have my bag, I can exit, and as I'm coming out of the exit, I'm presented with a whole heap of signs, different opportunities for transport. So you can see the first one, limousine floor 2, taxi floor 1, car rent floor 2, airport rail link B, shuttle bus 1. Now the shuttle bus is pretty quick, but today I'm going to take the airport rail link and demonstrate how that can be used to get us from the airport at Suvarnabhumi, that's the main airport, to our destination. We follow the signs once again. You can see public taxi or airport rail link. Now the airport rail link is a very convenient option if you've got a lot of time, but if you haven't got time, you might be forced to take a taxi. In peak hour traffic can be a little different. Still moving through the airport, just past the tourist police. We've got some drinking fountains there. If you have a situation where you've got to spend a significant amount of time at this airport, you can actually drop your bags here, go somewhere else, and then come back later. So they have a bag storage area, which I've used before, which is really convenient. And it's helpful for those people that say want to go into town or want to spend a bit of time somewhere away from the airport whilst you're waiting for your next connecting flight. So consider that as an option if you need to sort of get away and spend some time somewhere else. Well, charging stations are here, which is handy. I'm going to head downstairs and have a conversation with one of those tourism information counters. Now you can see one up ahead. You see the eye lowercase I up there, blue building, lowercase I, that's the tourist information counter, and they have them scattered throughout the airport. They will be able to provide you with a lot of information around best forms of transport, etc. We'll get to that in a moment. I could speak to these people here, but I'll go downstairs and have a conversation with the ones downstairs, because I know that's the area I'm going to be using anyway. It'll just save me the effort of stopping here. I'll keep going until I can get down there. If you've got someone picking you up, sorry miss, I just ran into somebody with my bag. If you've got somebody picking you up, they will tell you to look for them in this location, usually. There is another location over there, and what usually happens is you'll see the brand of the hotel or the brand of the organiser. There's one here, Klook Thai Travel Services, and you'll see all of the people that they are now waiting on. They will also, you see here what's happening, people are taking photographs. They will also take photographs of names and letting their agency know that they've actually found you and you're on your way. Then they'll ask you to wait over here, wait aside until such time as the rest of the passengers arrive, and then they'll bring the vehicle out front. You'll all be loaded into that vehicle and shuttled off to your hotel. So you can see here we've got Suvarnabhumi, and we've got Gold Airport, we've got Golden Jade. These are all local airport hotels. I've actually stayed in, I think, all of them, and they have their signs up here, and you can speak to the lady here who will tell you, yes, we have your name, and away you go. Over here, the same thing's occurring, lots of different hotel names, and you've got somebody that'll actually speak to you about that as soon as you walk up here and look for your name. Over there we see booking.com, look at all the names there, all ready to be picked up, and then on occasion they will be standing there holding the name up. Right, so they're waiting for you. Might be one passenger only, being treated like a VIP because you're the only one that's actually travelling to that hotel or using that service. So you can see all these people holding up names in different shapes. The one here, one there, one over there, one over there. They're all throughout, so they'll tell you to meet them at door number 4, and they'll be waiting to actually pick you up and take you to your destination. So if you've arranged a hotel pickup at the airport, you want an airport pickup, that's the type of thing that would apply. Sometimes people can think it's more convenient to arrange a hotel pickup. It might be convenient, but sometimes it can be a waste of time as well, whilst they're waiting for other passengers to come along. The other thing is they have a hotel shuttle that, say, runs every hour, and they'll tell you to sit and wait until the shuttle actually comes back to the airport, dropping off the passengers that are leaving, and then they'll escort you out into the car park and say, jump on here, and away you go. That could be a waste of time for some people, depending on how long it takes. You just jump into a taxi and away you go. Taxis are waiting down there. There's nobody waiting any queues. I can see the taxi areas down there. Nobody waiting. Lots of taxis available. So if you needed a taxi, you can get one pretty quickly. All right, we're going down to level 1 now, and we're going to have a conversation with the tourist counter, which is, it should be down in the middle here somewhere. So when you get down to level 1, you'll find a tourist information centre like the counter behind me, situated on level 1. Now they can help you understand how to get to your next destination in the best possible way, right? So I need to travel from here to another airport. The other airport in Bangkok is Don Muang Airport. I can do that in 2 ways, actually 3 ways. I can take a taxi, I can take a train, which will require 3 train stop changes, or I can take a bus, which is the cheapest method, and it is air conditioned, and it requires only 2 stops. Now that can sound really complex and complicated, but these people can help you understand how to do that very, very effectively. So definitely worthwhile stopping in and looking at your options. they'll also help you to consider the time of day, right, and what you should be considering in terms of what time you need to arrive. So when I went up to the counter and just spoke to them, they said to me, "Oh, what time's your next flight?" And I told them it's like another 4 hours. They said, "Oh, you've got plenty of time. Your options are these 3 options. Why don't you think about saving the greatest amount of money? Take a bus. It's quite comfortable. It only requires 1 change, and you'll get there well before time." A great service. So don't skip that service. Stop in, even if you know what you're doing. Have a chat, because they could help you out in terms of, oh, look, there's a big festival on in that area. It's going to be difficult getting into that area at the moment with a taxi. Or, hey, it's peak hour. You're better off taking a train. They can give you the advice you need. So don't wing it. Just pop in and ask them, and they'll be able to help you. All right. So I was originally planning to take a train to my next destination, but after having that conversation with them, they were helpful in that they said to me, "Look, you're better off taking a bus. It's going to be cheaper for you, and you've got plenty of time, and it'll actually get you there with the least amount of changes." So couldn't want for better than that. So well done to that team. But one thing the Thais do incredibly well is the tourism industry is incredibly well looked after. The government here have really backed the tourism industry quite well with its services, right? So you can pretty much rely on being well looked after by the Thai government when you come here as a tourist. I've just decided to come down another level. That's the basement level to where the airport rail link is, just to give you a view of that. Just in case we don't already have it. There it is there. We've got a whole list of services and what floor they're on this particular site, just as you come off that travelator. Let's just move around to where the train station is. It's called the Airport Rail Link. You've got the City Line and you've got the Express Line, 2 different rail links. There is the rail entry area where you buy your tickets. In fact, it's a token, and you'll use that token to get through all of that. So in terms of the rail options available to you at Suvarnabhumi Airport, the difference between the City Line and the Express Line is that the City Line will stop at all the stations, and the Express Line will, of course, go there directly express, right? Let's have a look at this currency booth here. So we've got AUD at 20.47, USD 30.76, 20.47 AUD. Okay, I'm going to compare that to elsewhere. So we're upstairs on the next level. We can see USD at 30.73 and AUD 20.44. So there's only a few cents difference in the conversion between what I'm seeing up here versus what I'm seeing at the ground level. So I wouldn't waste any time on that conversion difference whatsoever. We're talking AUD 20.44 here. It was 20.47 downstairs. It's hardly even worth talking about. I know some people are saying, make sure you change your money downstairs and this type of thing. I wouldn't worry too much about that at all. In fact, all my changing is usually through the ATM until such time as I get into town and I can go and see bona fide money changers that are renowned for giving you the best exchange rate in Bangkok.